Okay, so again, if you're bringing these moves back to back, one into the other, I'm being good to you because you can stay exactly in the position that we were in for the 100th preparation, or you can do them as standalone. It's up to you, but I do like the movements to flow and to people to not be dashing up and down or around the room for their basic Pilates moves. So on the back, heels together, heels apart, toes apart, to get that neutral alignment in the lower body. Checking the shoulders are melting deep back and down into the floor, and that lovely neutral spine, as outlined earlier, behind you. This time, we're going to reach the fingertips towards the heels rather than the palms facing the ceiling. And I want you to imagine you've got a small bunch of grapes underneath each armpit. Probably not the best imagery for you to think about, but you're going to grip them and not want to let them go. Inhale for me, deep back and wide here. And for your core activation, same thing. Stop flow, front and back, and allow the transversus abdominis to sink towards that vertebrae, keeping that neutral spine, no movement. Hold it, inhale again. And this time as you exhale, we're going up into the shoulder bridge. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Now you will let the spine imprint on the floor behind you. Engage the glutes and the hamstrings at the backs of the legs to take the pelvis up, tall towards the ceiling, keeping those fingertips reaching towards those heels. Engage your inner thighs slightly so you're up tall and narrow, keeping those fingertips reaching to those heels so the neck is long. Breathe in here, up at the top. And as you exhale, keeping the feet switched off across the floor as well, very important. Vertebrae by vertebrae, start to come down and re-imprint each vertebrae gently into the mat behind you as you come down, switching off the glutes and the hams at the end and allowing that spine to rotate back into the neutral. Breathe in again for me here. Activate. And up you go. Feet switched off across the floor. Neck even and long. Where's you breathing? Inhale high at the top. And exhale again. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Back down to the mat. There are some developments with this move. I'd like you to do 5 in your own time, just like that. But if you want to know more, just be watching me. I'm mindful of what I'm doing. Vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping all the principles, control and precision and focus. Inhale as I exhale, I can add a double arm circle, arms point to the ceiling, keeping the neck even and long. As I exhale, I can reach above me with the thumbs towards the floor, keeping that neck neutral and ears shoulder free, reaching towards the sides of the room, reaching towards the kneecaps, coming back perpendicular to the ceiling. Inhale as I exhale, keep my arms still, and vertebrae by vertebrae, replace the spine, even, back to the floor, neutral spine behind me, and notice with the arms in this position, because it isolates the shoulder girdle even further, just how much more articulation you felt through your spine then. Again, another variation is, inhale as you exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. Notice there is a point here where the hips and the bottom of the ribs come quite close together. Switching the glutes and hams on briefly to actuate the movement. Inhale here, stay tall and narrow. You can elevate and release one leg, keeping the leg switched off and the foot switched off. 3 to 5 breath cycles. Try and keep the hips high and even. And then to the other side, I'll come down in between. Like me, you might find one side is easier than the other. And again, to add more challenge, you can again have less points of contact on the floor. 5 breath cycles. Articulate down, and then relax. That's your shoulder bridge. And again, you've got lots of stages that you can use through that, but always the basic is the best to be done precisely and perfectly. Well done.